Franklin McKinley School District is a district that serves a little bit over 7,500 students in the heart of San Jose, Silicon Valley. Our student demographic is primarily composed of Latino students and Vietnamese. We serve a highly needy community from the standpoint that 76% of our students qualify for free and reduced lunch program.
In Franklin McKinley School District, we've been working with staff to learn how to teach self-regulation to students. We identified when we started working in Starting Smart and Strong that our kids at the youngest ages were coming into school without the ability to self-regulate.
One of the main indicators of students' success at the elementary, middle, and high school level is the level of self-regulation. If you're lacking those skills of getting along with others, be able to regulate negative feelings, how to communicate when you are dissatisfied, that can be really detrimental for a group of students.
Children don't come with an emotional tool belt. What you're feeling has a name to it. That needs to be taught. So really, if your classroom is not doing very well, it's something you're doing.
And so that is really at the core of it, that is the adult practice that matters. And so how do we make sure that we get the kind of mindset that is required to support the social emotional learning of students?
Well, good morning, everybody. That was a fun way to start the day, right? And it's always so much fun to be back here with all of you.
And so we endeavored on this work to be able to identify how do you teach self-regulation to a young child, and what do those practices look like for the staff who are leading that instruction. And the model that we ended up landing on is the pyramid model.
It's like we have to be behavior detectives. It's not always easy to figure out why a child is doing something.
We do 6 days of full-day professional development, followed up with about 40 hours of coaching over the course of the school year around that same content. And then we do about 18 professional learning community sessions that operate at about an hour and a half a session.
So each time we do something hands-on, we learn, we take away something that we want to work on. And then with our coaches, they really listen to us and kind of what we want. So I've really loved it, and I think it's the best program we've had so far.
One of the pieces I think that the Early Learning Lab brought to the table when they came in to start brainstorming with us is how are we going to create traction and sustainability over time. And one of the fundamental pieces that we came up with was that if teachers decided on what we worked on and they decided how we worked on it, we'd have a different stick factor or traction rate over time.
In past trainings, it always felt like it's just, the new thing that teachers are supposed to be doing. But now we all are behind it. We all feel that this is what we should be doing in it, and we're seeing the data also and how much better things are getting because we're doing the social emotional learning and growth in the classroom.
Very rarely in education if we not only collect the data consistently, but pause and stop and reflect on the data and then make our changes and our decisions based on the data.
So I don't feel it's like giving me a grade on how well I'm doing, but really for myself, identify the areas that me as a professional want to focus on. We set goals for ourselves to become the best educators as we can, and I definitely feel it's an extremely useful tool for me to just keep going on that road.
What was the very first thing that we did today?
Wash your hands.
Nice, Yair, we washed our hands. When I first started teaching, it was teach the test, teach the curriculum. Social emotional was not first, and I believe it's first now. I really believe if a student's not emotionally connected to themselves, they're not going to be ready to learn. Next one we have is nervous. I'm so nervous to come to school today. How are you feeling today? I think the most important part of learning about the teaching pyramid is that often we might label kids as naughty or they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, but often they need more help with that. So how do I change the environment? How do I change what I'm teaching and delivering to the kids in a way that's going to help them be more successful?
Can you get out all by yourself or do you need help?
You need help.
You can say, I
Need help.
please. I think the mantra that I'm walking away every single time is don't react to it, teach it. Okay, can you tell Damien it's your turn?
It's your turn.
Okay.
I think the research is showing over and over that this was important, and it's up to us to now embrace it. So we're going to have to make commitments in terms of the professional development that our teachers are going to need to support the social emotional learning of students.
So I think that we have something really, really exceptional going on in our district. I can tell you how it makes me feel happy and exuberant and hopeful, to have the superintendent and leadership that is extremely supportive, I can't tell you how hopeful and happy that makes me as an educator.